Salute, General, Iro, Musa, Etiquette. I'm affectionately referred to as General Etiquette, and I've been thinking. I've been thinking about a variety of subject matter, but today specifically, I've been thinking about DC, and I really want to know what's going on in DC. Now, at first, I really wasn't going to comment on the situation because I feel like all that's happening is that we're unearthing a lot of the things that people of color, black people specifically, have known for quite some time now. That the way that black people are treated and the way that white people are treated are completely different. Now, the reason I decided to comment on this is because I felt like it would be irresponsible of me not to, because there's still spaces and pockets of people who don't even want to admit this. Now, I don't want anybody to assume responsibility for the total summation of everything that their ancestors have done. That's not what I want to see personally. I can't speak for everybody. But what I do want people to recognize is that there is inequity, right? There's inequity across the board, right? If we made an Excel sheet about the things that we can gauge in terms of racially, there is inequity across the board, right? So what I would like to be acknowledged is that there is a disparity and there is a difference in the way that we are policed and treated. It was anarchy. There's videos of police letting people in. There are videos of no police at all. And we all know, right? Because we just have to identify the obvious. The obvious is if those were black people or any other people of color, it would have been a massacre. It would have been a massacre of epic proportion. You see video and footage of armed security on the steps when Black Lives Matters was protesting peacefully, mind you, peacefully. But at a time where a treasonous act happened, where our capital, they marched, they broke windows, they infiltrated. There was no such response. Now, the reason I identify that is because this is not shocking. This is not shocking at all. But the good thing that can come out of this is that now, maybe, hopefully, the inequity and the disparities are so flagrant that we can finally start having honest conversation, which brings me to my ultimate point. The reason why America can't move forward is because we don't have honest conversations. Men versus women, right? White v. black, right? We don't have completely honest conversations of hard truths, accountability, so that we can move forward, right? No, you don't have to be a professional in forgiveness to understand or be able to conceptualize that at some point in that process, accountability has to happen. And if one or more parties are unwilling to be accountable for the things that are going on, for the things that we all can see, for the truths that we all see that are making themselves evident to us, then how can we move forward? How can we put all of this to the side? How can we live in a world where people don't have to be afraid? Because we're living in some very trying times, right? It's easy to make jokes about it. It's easier to mass produce memes and video footage making a mockery and a joke of. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of the things I've seen this far have been hilarious. But at the end of the day, this is representative of and indicative of the gross inequity in terms of how people of color are treated in this country. Not once and not on one outlet, news media outlet, have we heard them referred to as thugs, rioters. They are domestic terrorists. Let's call it what it is. Those people are domestic terrorists. They're rioters, they're looters, they're thugs, they're gangsters, all of those things. They're hoodlums, All of the things that they normally try to associate with and attribute to urban black people. All of the things they try to associate with us, all of the stereotypes and stigmas they try to associate with black people. Why are they not calling these people what they are? No matter how you feel about Black Lives Matter, peaceful protests versus a coup is what it looked like. Essentially is what happened. Essentially is what happened. That's tantamount to treason. So I hope that this action, right, the one positive or the thing that I'd like to take from this is that now, can we finally start having honest conversations? Because if we can have honest conversations about the way that we feel and the way that things actually are, then we can move toward a more promising tomorrow. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be ugly. A lot of ugly truths have to come up. A lot of uncomfortable feelings have to come up. A lot of selflessness has to be conjured up. A lot has to happen in the way of the hard work. But if you care, at this point, we're at a pivotal point. I want people to be very, very clear. In my humble opinion, we're at a pivotal point. Where we go as a human race, where we go next is going to be predicated on the things that we recognize and take accountability for from this moment. So I definitely just wanted to chime and give my 2 cents. I felt like I had to. I didn't want to. It was a mockery. It was a mockery of our democratic process. It made our whole governmental system look like a mockery, look like a joke. It was gross. It was ugly. It was laughable. It was the only thing that can be taken away from it other than disappointment and bewilderment. So I wasn't going to, but I felt like it would have been irresponsible of me not to comment. Let me know how you feel, what you thought about it. Either side of the fence, it doesn't really matter. This is an open community. Just please keep it respectful because this can be a contentious subject. And we also know if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. But like I said, hop in the comments. Let me know what you think about the video. Had to drop that. If you see me in the street, say what's up, which you probably won't because of the Rona, so I prefer you salute. General, Iro, Musa, Etiquette.